Okay, so before you start designing your blog, you should actually decide on a site structure, and by site structure I mean you should actually decide on the layout you want for your site. You should have a layout. Maybe you just draw it with your graphic software, or you just draw it on a piece of paper how you want your site to look like, so that you can be properly guided when you are designing your site. Now, after registering your domain and having a hosting account, usually your hosting provider is going to give you a username or and password. So get that clear. You need to register a domain, you need to have an hosting account, and then when you register your domain and you have an hosting account, your hosting provider or your hosting company is going to give you your login details, which you comprise of your username and password. Is usually called your cPanel details, and it is actually from your cPanel that you actually start the design for your blog. So I will just quickly take us through what the cPanel looks like. I'll be opening one of the sites that we have, and I'll use that to explain what your cPanel actually looks like. So to actually access your cPanel, it is usually your domain name slash cPanel. Usually your domain name slash cPanel. So I'll enter my username, and then I'll enter my password. So this is what your login page looks like. If your domain name is registered, domain and hosting account is registered, you're going to have a cPanel, and your cPanel cPanel URL is actually your domain name.com or .com.ng/cPanel. So I'll be logging in here by clicking on login. Okay, so you can see login successful, and this is what your cPanel actually looks like, and this is where you have all the files and databases and all the tools that you use in designing your website. Your right hand side, you have some basic information about your hosting accounts. You have the domain name, the IP address, the directory. If you scroll down, you can actually see the statistics for your disk. This is how much disk space I've used. This is how much bandwidth I'm also using, and then you can see the number of email accounts I have and all that. So this is actually what your cPanel looks like. And in this section of the tutorial, I'll just quickly cover what email accounts are. Usually when you register a domain for your blog, you can also create email accounts. For instance, if I register a domain like www.vgsplatform.com, I can also create an email account. So let's say I can create an email account like info@vgsplatform.com, and you can also do that from your cPanel. Let me quickly show us how you can create email accounts from your cPanel. Now, when you log into your cPanel, it doesn't matter who your host is, the layout is usually the same, always the same. So when you log into your cPanel, you need to scroll down and come to email, and then you have email accounts. Now this email account is actually going to work just like your normal Yahoo and Gmail account. Okay, just in case you have a blog and you just want to have a personal email account, you don't want to drop your regular Yahoo or your regular Gmail account, you can just quickly create an email account from your cPanel. Let me show you how you can create that. I'll just click on email accounts from this section. Okay, so when you click on email accounts, it actually comes here, and if you look down, I already have an email account for info@vgsplatform.com. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click on add email accounts, and then I'll create an email account for training, at vgsplatform.com. I will enter a password for my email account. Then this quota, I'm going to set a quota for my email account. What that means is you are setting a size for your email account, 250 megabyte, 500, 1 gig. But usually the size you set for your email account is a function of the hosting space given to you by your service provider. And if you like, you could just use this unlimited. Unlimited is still limited in the sense that if your unlimited is still limited in the sense that if your hosting account is actually 500 megabytes, you are saying that your email account can use up whatever is left after you have done your design, but the size is still not going to be more than 500 megabytes. So unlimited is still kind of limited depending on the hosting space provided by your hosting provider. So I've created an email account called training@vgsplatform.com, and then I'll just click on create account. The account is created, so you can see success account training@vgsplatform.com is created. Now if I want to access this particular account that I've created, see what I'm going to do. I'll just come here and type www.vgsplatform.com. Then I'll do /webmail. So it brings me to this page. Can you see webmail? So my email address is training@vgsplatform.com. My password, I'll just enter my password. I'll click on login. Okay, so the first time you are logging in, it shows you 3 different email applications that you can be using to access your mail. So you just need to choose one of them, whichever one you like. I think usually I use this Squirrel Mail, so I'll just choose this as my default mail application to access my mail. You only do this once anyway, and usually you get this option the very first time you are logging into your webmail after creating your email account. So I'll choose this. So okay, so you can just set some basic options here. You can put your full name. Let me type my name here. My signature, I'm sure we know what an email signature is. I could just type my name, my designation in my company. I could put my websites. So anytime I'm sending out a mail, I don't need to wrap it up by writing my name or anything. It automatically just puts my signature there and I can send the mail. That's what this section does for you. So I think basically those your full name, and this is enough. Then you just click on submit. So we are good to go. If I click on compose, I can actually send an email from this account to any email address, be it Yahoo, Gmail, Google, or whatever. You can actually send an email from this account to any email account, and you can also receive mails. So if I want to receive mails with this account, I'll just give you training@vgsplatform.com, and then you can send a mail to this account. So let's go back to our cPanel. Okay, so basically this is just where your cPanel, this is what your cPanel looks like. For the purpose of this tutorial, we'll be concentrating more on this section in our cPanel. So in the next tutorial, I'll be explaining more on what we are going to be doing from our cPanel here.